you, Dr. Holmes, line up this meeting for us to meet with you all. My name is Ricky Chen, the Chief Marketing Officer of Choily Tech. Here with me today, Mr. Dennis Poon, our founder and Chief Scientist, Ms. Kitty Tong, our Financial Advisor. In the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to share with you what the current problems and suggested solutions are in the fuel energy industry. Secondly, introduction of our Green Force system and how big the opportunity is. And last but not the least, our business proposal and fundraising target in order to kickstart our project. Dennis, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dennis. Thank you again for meeting with us. The 2 points we want to address are global warming and dependency of fossil fuels. As far as everyone knows, global warming is happening. It is a complex problem for us to solve, but it just becomes bigger and bigger problem instead of being resolved. So what causes global warming? Burning of fossil fuel, which create excessive carbon dioxide, is actually the primary cause. Research also shows that fossil fuel will be exhausted in about 20 years. So we need to reduce our dependency on fossil fuels. There could be a solution to resolve these 2 problems. According to the Department of Energy of the United States, producing algal-based diesel probably the only way to reduce carbon dioxide while generate renewable energy at the same time. But there are other problems associated with this so-called solution. To quickly explain, biodiesel is a renewable energy, similar to conventional fossil diesel, which is widely used as a transportation fuel. Algal oil is one of the sources used for biodiesel production. There are 2 existing technologies to grow algae. One is so-called open pond, and the other one called strict close. High-level speaking, operating cost is low for open pond, but the productivity is equally low. Strict close was invented to improve the productivities, but the operating cost is just too high. So neither of the technology can be industrialized. There are plenty of research out there to improve both open pond and strict close. However, the real solution would be a brand new technology with automation, and it needs to increase the productivity and lower operating costs at the same time. Only this can make industrialization possible. Now, I'm proud to present to you all our patent solution, Green Force. It is patented in the United States, China, Japan, and Hong Kong. I would like to share with you 3 key elements that make this system special. And the first one, automatic cultural system. Our system monitors about 15 different parameters to maintain optimal culturing medium for maximum productivity and with the least possible culturing time. Normally, these parameters require monitoring by experienced scientists. Excessive labor is also required to just keep culturing in operation. But Green Force is able to significantly lower this labor requirement. Number 2, our patent 3-step sterilized systems. It reduces contamination rate, lower biodiversity, and allow recycling culturing medium. Technically speaking, these 3-step sterilized system include diffusion of superhydrophilic coating, free-flow particles, and scheduled sterilized process to keep slime and bacteria from building up. Hence, keeping contamination rate and biodiversity low for higher productivity. Because the culturing medium is well maintained, it can be recycled, and all the water and fertilizer would not be discarded like open pond and strict close, so they all can be reused. Number 3, automatic harvesting system, which is a separate spiral plate coating technology. This technology will reduce electricity consumption by 60% compared to traditional central fuel technology. So all these together, automatic culturing, 3-step sterilized system, and automatic harvesting will drastically improve productivity and lower the operating costs, which means industrialization is possible. Here the next slides. The following is a comparison of GreenForce versus existing technologies, open point and strip close. I'm not going to go through each item one by one as I don't want to bore you all again with too much technical details, but I do like to highlight the GreenForce can significantly increase algal oil productivity by 20 times and lower the operating cost by 80%. Happy to share with you all more detail during the Q&A section. Over to you, Rick.
So, who are we? Choidy Tech was formed in 2015 by a team of experienced scientists and engineers coming from different backgrounds with a common vision to make the world a better place to live by using more renewable energy. We provide research and development service to explore sustainable solutions through different inventions. Let me introduce some of our key members. Dennis, our founder and chief scientist, is a former chemist at Pfizer Pharmaceutical. He started his invention journey some 8 years ago. Tony Zhong, he's not with us today, is our chief mechanical engineer. He came from Johnson Electric, and he has more than 15 years of extensive experience in mechanical engineering. I came from insurance industry. I was the chief marketing officer at Zurich Insurance and some other Fortune 500 companies for more than 30 years. I am experienced in formulating marketing strategy. Going back to the opportunities, you may ask, what is the market size? Research shows that global biodiesel market size was $28 billion in 2016 and is expected to reach $55 billion by 2025 at a CAGR of 7.3%. Who need biodiesels? Petroleum companies and energy companies are our key potential clients. According to International Energy Outlook, transportation is and will remain the largest consumer of refined petroleum, including diesel, between 2015 and 2040. Diesel consumption is dominated by heavy-duty trucks, marine, and rail. This is a total of $1 trillion diesel consumption by transportation sector. On the other hand, while biodiesel is not widely used for energy generation yet, with fossil fuel accounting for at least 80% of energy consumption and they are fast depleting, there's a lot of potential out there. This is widely recognized as a huge opportunity. Back in 2015, Bill Gates, former CEO of Microsoft, he wrote an article and highlighted that energy innovation would be a growing $1 trillion industry in the future. If you worry that this opportunity would go away, I can reassure you that there are multiple growth factors of biodiesel markets. First, the Paris Agreement. This is a global agreement signed by more than 180 countries in 2015 to combat climate change and to accelerate and intensify the actions and investment needed for a sustainable low-carbon future. Secondly, 65 countries have mandated to blend biodiesel into fossil fuel ranging from 6 to 7.5%. And some countries have set higher targets to increase the percentage to more than 20%. Lastly, as mentioned previously, there is an increasing threat of fossil fuel depletion. There is a must for new energy. So this is what we plan for, our marketing strategy, and what we have achieved so far. Our strategy is to differentiate ourselves from others by providing premium quality products to satisfy the needs of our customers. I'm happy to share with you that our system, GreenForce, also received an innovation award organized by Hong Kong General Chamber of Small and Medium Business. Our company, Choi Lee Tech, is also named the best biotechnology company by Capital Magazine. With our success at this, we were interviewed by respective media to share our vision and innovation. Here are the media clippings and some of the received that we have received, some of the awards that we have received. And the next slides, these are our patents received from US, China, Hong Kong, and Japan.
So this will be our next key move, 3-step pilot program. We first seen funding to build our prototype 2.0. Upon completion, we will showcase these to a few potential clients through our funding advisor and Pearl West Innovalley. Then we would sign a memorandum of understanding with our potential client to pilot of implementation of GreenForce. With the signed MOU, we target to obtain second series of funding, $7.5 million for kick-off manufacturing. This is our future business model. We plan to sell GreenForce to our client and provide consulting service. We target to make about 40% gross margin and 8% per annum post-implementation service fee on each order.
We have projected the following 5 years financial that, assuming biodiesel demand continue to grow, we will achieve our sales target. And last but not the least, we can achieve our fundraising target. We are looking at $72 million total revenue, $57 million total expenses, and $17.7 million total earnings before interest, taxes, and amortization in the next 5 years. This is our ask, 3 million Hong Kong dollars, which is equivalent to $385,000 as our first funding. Out of the 3 million, more than 50% will be spent on equipment, machinery, and production of prototype 2.0. Around 1/3 for salary, and the remaining would be for other operating expenses. This 3 million is a key step for us to achieve our next milestone, the completion of the prototype 2.0. The pilot implementation of GreenForce and the next funding, $7.5 million to kickstart the manufacturing. Gentlemen, thank you for your patience and hope that our proposal could inspire you. Please feel free to ask any question that you may have, and we'll do our best to answer them. Hope that we can come to a conclusion and kickstart our project in the very near future. The floor is now open to you. Thank you very much.